you have those times, or does anyone have those times where, like, you're just like, how did this happen? How did any of this come to be? Um, this is, this is like, this is one of those examples. So, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler slammed Sia's music for casting controversy at Golden Globes. This, as, I don't know if you guys know this, but I do have high functioning autism, and it's both a blessing and a curse, but it's really, I tried to watch the movie. I tried. I could not watch the whole thing. Like, my God. Like, the way it... I'm just tired of all these... all these movies that are trying to express how autism is. My main problem with it is they make it seem like autism is like these people with autism aren't human. Like, they're just... It just seems like the representation of autism in the pop culture sucks, in my opinion, for the most part. I'm gonna read this article because, so yeah. The film earned wait, what? I didn't know about this. The film earned 2 nominations. One for Best Motion Picture and another for Best Actress for Kate Hudson. What? Best Motion... I have to read this more. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler didn't hold back when it came to discussing this year's nominees at the I don't know if they actually nominated it at the 2021 Golden Globes, especially Sia's music. The two hosts slammed the film, which is nominated for Best Motion Picture, calling it a flop-a-rooney, and referencing the film's controversial casting decision. Sia's controversial film music is nominated for Best International Flop-a-rooney, said Faye. I don't want to get into it, guys, but it's real problematic, and Twitter is saying it's the most offensive casting since Kate Hudson was the Weight Watchers spokesperson. The movie, which marks Sia's directorial debut, initially received backlash after the trailer showed the Grammy winner's frequent collaborator Maddie Zierleger played the role of a teenager with autism. Despite the controversy, the film earned 2 nominations, one for Best Motion Picture and another for Best Actress for Hudson. Shortly after Golden Globe nominations were announced, Sia apologized for a scene in the movie in which Zierleger's character is restrained in a way that can be dangerous to people with autism. I didn't even get to that. She said she will be editing the movie's content and adding a statement to the beginning of the film. The singer has since deleted the tweets that were captured by the Daily Mail. If she deleted the tweets, like... I promise, have been listening. The motion picture music will, moving forward, have this warning at the head of the movie, she wrote before sharing the full statement. Music is no way condones or recommends the use of restraint on autistic people. There are autistic occupational therapists that specialize in sensory processing, which can be consulted to explain safe ways to provide procreative, I don't even know what that is, deep pressure feedback to help with meltdown safety. The musical film stars Hudson as Zoo, a recently sober drug dealer who suddenly becomes the guardian of a younger sister named Music, a special needs teen who communicates through a device that speaks for her, and through always listens to music through large headphones. Hudson also addressed the ongoing criticism, saying that the whole film was made with love and sensitivity. She feels terrible in listening. Bull frickin' crap. Bull crap. This was not made with love. I think when people see the film, they will see the amount of love and sensitivity that was put into it. Hudson told recently Jimmy Kimmel when asked about the backlash. But it's an important conversation to have, not just about this movie, but as a whole, about representation. For me, when I hear that there's anybody that feels left out, I feel terrible, she continued. It's an ongoing and important dialogue to be had about neurotypical actors portraying neurodivergent characters. It is an important one to have with people with experts and who know how to engage in the conversation. I engage it truly. I'm actually mad. Like, I'm pissed off right now. Like, it's just the fact that they completely missed the point. Like, it's just like, this was like the first movie ever that I got so pissed off by that I couldn't even finish it. Like, oh my god. Like, it's so... I'm gonna say a bold statement, okay? People make autistic people feel like they're, like, I don't want to, like, they're not human. They're, like, different. Like, it's just like, I'm tired of the freaking misrepresentation of autistic people in the media. Like, they almost always do a crappy job representing who autistic people are. And I'm so glad that people are saying this is a terrible movie. And it is a terrible movie. I didn't even have to see the whole thing to know it was terrible. Like, it just so pisses me off, the fact that they think that, like, Kate Hudson thinks that this is made with love and sensitivity. It's not. It's so inaccurate. Like, and I'm not going to blame Maddie Zellweger for this, because I heard reports that she was crying on set saying this was offensive and she didn't want to do it. Which, respect to her. Because, like, it's just, why are they so... And another thing, I used to be part of this group. Well, somewhat. I knew this group. It's called Autism Speaks. They just, like, all the media makes it seem like we're like, as autistic people, we're not human. We're kind of, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it feels like we're kind of aliens a little bit. Like, we're not really human. But, it's just so pissing me off, because it's just so it's just so unimpressive. It's so stupid. And as a kid with autism, like, seeing the misrepresentation of autism in the media, like, I can never, like, there was this one show on Netflix, Neurotypical. That show actually did pretty good about doing it. But this is an insult to autistic people and their families that have autistic people that they know and stuff like that. It's so insulting. It's so insensitive to people like me and other people I do know that have this disability. And it's just like, as a kid who's had meltdowns before, it just completely misses the point. And just freaking pisses me off, because, like, the more I talk about it and think about it, I'm like, why was this made? This was not made with respect. This was made to... Maybe it wasn't made to insult people. Maybe that's not the original intention, but I'm so glad that even people, both autistic people and autistic people, are saying this is a terrible movie. And I didn't even have to see the whole thing to know this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's an insult. And people need to realize that we're human also. Just the the media always, almost always represents us as aliens. Like, we're different. I mean, we are different, but, they make it seem like, every autistic person ever has meltdowns, and, it's just so stupid at how they present us. And it really... And I hate it when people call autists... And I just feel like there's just a lot of... Not all of them. A lot of people... I've had this experience before, where I never told these people that I had autism. And they're freaking calling the... I'm not even gonna say the word. I hate that word. They call these the autistic people the R word. God, and I'm right there. I'm in the room when they're talking about autistic people in a negative light. It's just so dumb at how terrible the media represents autism. The majority of it. There are some shows and movies that actually do a pretty good job, like that Netflix show I mentioned. But people just think of us as we're foreign. We're not even human. We're human too. We have feelings. I'm so exhausted. And we don't need this right now. With the whole pandemic and all of these people, I wonder how lower functioning autistic people are doing with this pandemic. They're probably, I know everyone's having a terrible time with this pandemic, but releasing it, we don't need this right now. We really don't. In a time where our world is going upside down, we do not need a frickin' insult to people in the autism spectrum. It's one of the few films that I could say as an insult. It's just God, at least with here are some other bad films. Food Fight, at least it doesn't really offend, a certain group of, well, not that I remember, but it's so misguided. That's the word, one of the words I can think of as this movie, misguided. All of this failed. I remember my sister told me about this movie, or she was telling me about this movie, and it's I agree this movie sucks. And I was like, wait, Sia made a movie? And I looked it up, and I heard the backlash. I'm like, oh god, what is this gonna be? Watched some of it, couldn't even finish the movie. Couldn't finish it. I don't know if I've ever been so pissed off at a movie that it's an insult. Maybe Star Wars Last Jedi, but at least that was fictional, it wasn't really trying to portray reality. But this movie tries to portray reality. It's realistic. Well, not it's actual, on planet Earth, and it's supposed to be a moving story, but it's completely opposite of that. And it's just really an insult to autistic people. And it just freaking makes me mad, man. We are so misrepresented in the media. And I heard they were originally, I might be wrong, but I heard they were originally going to cast an autistic person as the main character that Maddie plays. And I don't know if it could have been better, but Sia just doesn't really, she's not aware that that's not what all the autistic people in the world is. She's not aware that this is not what all autistic people are. Like, there's autistic people that don't have meltdowns. And just this generalization that all autistic people like this. Like, this is how we need to present them in the media. Oh, God. It's just, the more I think about it, the more it pisses me off. Because this is not how we... And the way the restraining scene, I couldn't even get to it. Like, I'm so glad I don't even want to see it. Because it's... I don't know. Like, Kate Hudson, she thinks this is a this is not made with love and sensitivity. This is an insult to all the autistic people's spectrum. This is one of the worst insulting movies I have ever seen. Probably the most insulting movie I've ever seen. To a large group of people that already have it hard, like me. And the fact that you're putting out this bullcrap and expecting it to be praised and loved. I'm sorry, you're an idiot. Like, whoever... I'm not going to blame Maddie for this because she knew that this was offensive. But everyone involved other than her who thought that this was a good idea should... They just have no idea what they're doing. Like, they don't realize this is not what autistic people are. It's just so bombs. And I really hope this... I know it got freaking nominated for a freaking Golden Globes Award. I already hated, like, Hollywood and what they've been doing recently with, like, the Golden Globes and the Oscars. But you're gonna freaking nominate a Golden Globes Award that is not getting good reviews, sucks entirely, and right now it's not doing that great. It's because, to riddance, because, like, it's so insulting. Like I said, it's so insulting to all these people that have it hard with the autistic spectrum. Like, God, like, this is... Please don't see it. Please don't see this movie. Do not give them your money. It's really insulting, and I really am tired of just the insulting nature of the whole... I know a lot of autistic friends, and it just pisses me off. But anyways, screw this movie. Screw almost everybody involved in this. Sorry, I just had to address this. I'm sorry, but thank you. Have a good day. See ya.